Welcome back to the latest weather update. Today we are tracking a very dangerous and complex tropical system in the South Pacific, Tropical Cyclone Vaianu. This is a system that demands close attention due to its intensity, trajectory, and potential impacts over the coming days. In this video, we will break down the current situation, forecast track, potential hazards, and long-term evolution of Vaianu so you know exactly what to expect. As of the latest update, Vaianu is located approximately 556 kilometers west-northwest of Suva, Fiji. Over the past 6 hours, the system has been moving southeastward at around 13 kilometers per hour, which is equivalent to 7 knots. Vaianu is currently a very intense tropical cyclone with a maximum significant wave height of 9.8 meters, or roughly 32 feet, which highlights the severe marine conditions in its vicinity. The cyclone is extremely dangerous, and possible hazards include damaging winds, very heavy rainfall, storm surge, rough seas, mudslides, and flash flooding. Residents in low-lying areas and coastal regions should take this threat seriously and follow local advisories and emergency instructions. Now let's look at the forecast track and environmental factors shaping Vaianu's evolution. Over the next 4 days, Vaianu is expected to move straight southeastwards, tracking along the western flank of a large, strong, and persistent subtropical ridge positioned south of Samoa. This ridge plays a crucial role in steering the cyclone and in shaping its long-term evolution. Persistent low-level warm air advection along the eastern flank of Vaianu is expected to strengthen this subtropical ridge even further. The ridge is forecast to build poleward, eventually extending well past 40 degrees south latitude. At the upper levels, around 200 hectopascals, a Rex block is expected to form between New Zealand and Fiji after about 4 days. This combination of factors, strong ridge building and the upper-level blocking pattern, will influence Vaianu's track, causing a gradual shift after 3 days, with the system expected to turn southwestward toward the end of the forecast period. Focusing on intensity, Vaianu is currently in a favorable environment for strengthening. In the near term, it is forecast to continue intensifying at a rate just below the rapid intensification threshold. Favorable factors include warm sea surface temperatures, low to moderate vertical wind shear, and excellent upper-level outflow. However, environmental conditions will gradually change. After approximately 24 hours, shear will begin to increase, reducing the window for further intensification. By around 36 hours, this window will close, and the system will start to weaken slowly as shear begins to tilt the vortex. Another important factor is the temperature of the waters Vaianu will move over. In about 60 hours, the cyclone is expected to cross into cooler waters around 26 degrees Celsius. At the same time, dry mid-level air entrainment will weaken the system more rapidly over the following days. Despite this, Vaianu is expected to maintain some structure due to the upper-level Rex block that develops poleward of New Zealand. This blocking pattern will create a region of lighter shear, allowing the system to retain some intensity even as it begins transitioning toward an extratropical or hybrid structure. In around 3 days, Vaianu will begin its extratropical transition. At this stage, the system will have characteristics of both a mid-latitude low and a tropical cyclone, making it a hybrid system rather than a purely tropical one. While the cyclone will begin to shallow after 2 days, it is expected to retain a warm core initially, and once it moves under the Rex block, the vortex may deepen again, maintaining strength over a few more days. Looking at track guidance, there is strong agreement among models for the first 3 days. The system's path is expected to remain within a 185-kilometer wide envelope, showing high confidence. However, after day 3, a long track spread increases sharply, with models diverging up to 324 kilometers between slower and faster model solutions. By day 5, as Vaianu turns southwestward, the cross-track spread increases significantly to about 657 kilometers, highlighting the increased uncertainty in the long-term track. Regarding intensity forecasts, global models generally agree that Vaianu will continue to intensify over the next 24 hours, but they differ on the peak strength. Some models suggest the system could reach 240 kilometers per hour, equivalent to 130 knots, while others indicate slightly lower intensities around 185 to 205 kilometers per hour, or 100 to 110 knots. Even with these differences, all guidance agrees that Vaianu remains a very powerful cyclone during this period. Let's also emphasize the impacts on Fiji. Even though the system is currently located northwest of the islands, the associated trough of low pressure is already bringing heavy rain, thunderstorms, and strong winds across the Fiji group. Flash flooding, surface flooding, and dangerous road conditions are likely. especially in low-lying or flood-prone areas. Coastal and maritime regions should be particularly cautious due to rough seas and high waves. Looking beyond Fiji, the subtropical ridge and Rex block will steer Vaianu along a long-term path that may influence New Zealand and the surrounding South Pacific waters. The combination of strong winds, heavy rainfall, and large swells will affect maritime navigation and could result in dangerous conditions for shipping and fishing communities. In summary, Tropical Cyclone Vaianu is a highly dangerous system with a combination of hazards including extreme winds, torrential rain, storm surge, rough seas, mudslides, and flash flooding. In the short term, intensification is likely under favorable conditions, but environmental changes such as increased shear, cooler waters, and dry air will eventually weaken the system. By 3 to 4 days, Vaianu is expected to begin transitioning into a hybrid extratropical system, retaining some intensity while adopting characteristics of a mid-latitude low. Residents in Fiji and nearby regions should continue to closely monitor official forecasts and warnings, prepare for severe weather, and avoid unnecessary travel during periods of heavy rain and strong winds. Mariners should take extreme caution due to very high waves and dangerous sea conditions. We will continue to track Vaianu closely and provide updates on its track, intensity, and potential impacts. Stay safe, stay prepared, and keep following for detailed weather coverage.